What is going on, guys? It is Duke, and this video we are going to be jumping into some farming up here at Town Hall 10. We're talking about maxing out your Town Hall 10. Now if we zoom back out here, you can see I'm a Town Hall 10. For those of you who don't know, maxed out everything except for this grouping of walls over there. As you can see, we got 3 lines and a handful of walls left to go, and that's it. We are maxed out, ready to go to Town Hall 11. Now, as you can see, I got a ton of loot here, a ton of resources, which I'm going to dump right into a few walls and it'll be over with. But I wanted to hold off. I hate holding on to a ton of loot. I want to just use it right away. But I figured for YouTube's sake, for video's sake, we might as well hold on to it. 8.5 million in gold, 6.3 in elixir, but really I was able to just pound through that so fast because I want to show you the army that I'm using. This is a maxed out base army, meaning that if you're not maxed out, you probably don't want to use this. As you can see right here, we're talking 6,000 in dark elixir. Probably doesn't get any heavier than that. But look at the regular elixir, only 37,600, which is ridiculous to be able to go through and get a ton of loot, which, you know, is always a great thing. Now also, with this army composition here, you don't have to use a clan castle and any spells in there from your clan castle, your CC. So we got 2 rage, 1 jump, and 4 quakes to pop the hole. Now, what we're going to do, which is going to be a little bit different from my other videos where I showed this type of army composition, we're going to break it up a little bit. We're going to run 1 attack with the heavy army that you're seeing right here. So 3 Valkyries, 4 golems, 16 bowlers, and then for the second attack we're going to switch it up. We're going to go 3 Valkyries, 16 bowlers, but instead of those 4 golems, we're going to change that out. We're going to put giants in there. Now, I've never done this before. I've never tried this, but I was driving in my car tonight going to pick up my dinner for me and the family, and I was thinking, you know what if I just switch them out for giants? So each golem takes 30 spaces, 30 troop spaces up, housing spaces. Now we could get 6 giants for that. So giants are 5, and you can get 6, so 6 times 4, it's going to be 24 giants. So I have it queued up right here. I have it ready to rock and roll. So we're going to see how that works out, because I know some people, even though I tell them I do not need dark elixir for anything other than my army compositions, because my heroes, they're all maxed out of Town Hall 10, they still kind of complain that the army is too heavy, too expensive. But we're going to try it up. We're going to change it up. Now we got the clan games going on. This is a quick mini game. This is like an in and out quick shot. Now what happened was I was kind of a free agent on the market, bouncing in between clans, checking out my boys in the circle with Cleric, Dragoon, and Echo through me. When the clan games kicked off, I wasn't in a clan. I was just clanless. I jumped in the Red Onslaught, my boys, and they had already finished it out. So what I did was I went and I did a quick little remove 5 obstacles from your base, and I was able to jump in, and looks like I'm going to be getting those rewards, which is a cool thing. So, you know, shout outs to the guys over here at Red Onslaught in the circle for enabling me to get my rewards just from removing 5 logs. That was basically it. So that's cool. We're going to go ahead. We're going to jump in and see what we can find out here. What are you guys thinking with the clan games? You're seeing more clouds than usual. As you can see right here, we're seeing some clouds, and I'm in Champs 1. But really what I'm looking for is, you know what, we're going to back out. We got to spend some of this gold, spend some of these resources, because I don't want to go ahead and find a beast of a whale, and then next thing you know, I can't really gain any of it because I'm full with gold. So we're going to go ahead and buy 2 walls, which is, it's amazing that we're going to drop all that loot. So what do we just drop? 6 million in gold for 2 walls. So that's the big up life here. So right now we're going to go ahead and we're going to buy 2. We're going to buy 2 elixir, 2 gold. So we got 4 walls out of the way. We still have that 3 rows left, which is not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all. So we're going to go ahead, jump in. Now we have the empty storages here to go ahead and find out what we can get. See, a Bart PlayStation. That's an interesting name here. So it's all good. So we got to find something good. Like I said, how are you guys finding the loot out there? I know I was doing some farming earlier this morning, and I was finding some massive dead bases, which is always a good thing that you're looking for. You don't always want to go up against those beasts who were just ready to rock and roll with you. So if you can find that easy loot, it's great. So a lot of, whoa, look at this one here. So this one is a Town Hall, it's a Town Hall 11 here. You have the bald eagle sitting right there in the center. So let me see how I'm going to go at this. This is a lot of firepower here. We got the maxed out Inferno towers. So this one might be a stretch, but I'm going to go for it anyway. What I like to do is drop my 1, 2, 3, 4 earthquakes right there in the center. And I drop my jump spell right there. And then we're going to go ahead and go 1, 2, 3, 4 spreads on the golems. Bring my bowlers in, and hopefully my queen will work with me here. So we're going to go ahead and see if they can jump in. Get the Valkyries. Valkyrie's going to go to the right. Hopefully they will go back into the center. None of my bowlers went inside, which is not a good thing. That was not a good thing at all. We're going to go ahead and drop the skeleton spell right in the center there. Let me see if we got to pop the ability on the king, which looks like we're not going to get much of this loot at all. For some reason, my bowlers all decided that they were going to go around the base, which wasn't a great funneling job by me here. I'm always talking about funneling, and make sure you guys do your funneling in your war attacks, but right there I did a terrible job of funneling on my own. So that was a brutal raid here, but 2 stars right behind my head, not a big deal at all. But a lot of this loot I did not get, and the bowlers are going to go around. Let's see what we can wind up with, see if they can get inside this base. Now looks like they're going to take on the fire from that expo and the archer tower and the cannon. You got archer tower up top here, so that was pretty brutal. But even with the bad attack here by myself, it was bad, it was brutal. I should still end up with a couple 100,000 plus the loot bonus, which is pretty great at Champs 3. So 291, 339, 5,478 in dark. 85% of that loot bonus, which is 212,000. So all in all, it wasn't brutal. It was a brutal attack, but as far as the pool, it wasn't awful. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to run out 24 giants. I'm really interested to see how this one works. Like I said, I've never used it before. Let's see what happens. So also we're going to look at to see what the cost of it is. I'm not doing that cost in my head. We will use the quick train one here to see. Like I said, 6,3,700 elixir. So it's kind of interesting to see what's going on. All I got to do is wait for king and queen to wake up, and we will be ready to rock and roll. Alright, while we're waiting, I do want to show you a replay of one of my raids from this morning. One of my attacks, which was up against Halcon. So I really want to show off this attack strategy. Like I said, I love using this heavy composition here, dropping the 4 earthquakes down, putting the jump spell. This one was much better with the funneling. Probably was a little bit prematurely rushing in there, all my troops, but dropping the golems down, and the bowlers were able to create a nice little funnel path for my heroes to go inside. And I think looks like in this case 2 bowlers went around, so I need to slow up with my attack. Sometimes I just attack like a caveman and get right in there, but this was a good one here. Over 500,000 of each golden elixir. But this was a Town Hall 10 that was up and running. He had in the 30s on the heroes. He had the Inferno towers were up and running. He just had like a dead base. He wasn't collecting his loot, but he was still going ahead and refreshing all of his traps and his defenses. So, which was kind of interesting. But I was able to go ahead and put a good herding on this base and take a good percentage of the loot out of it, which was awesome. So the only thing I think I was not able to really walk away with were the 2 elixir pumps up top. But this really does show you the strength of the attack. I know a lot of guys like using some Lwcw attacks. Some guys like using the Queen Walk Miner one, which at Town Hall 10, early Town Hall 10, I used a lot of Queen Walk Miner, but with a little bit of a nerf on the miners. I tried it a couple days ago. I wasn't loving it the way I used to love it, the way I love this raid here. And Lwcw, to me, it's hit or miss. Sometimes you can have some really great raids, and sometimes you can really put it in the tank. I know a lot of guys hit me with Lwcw, and they're usually getting about half of my loot, so I really want all of it. So as you can see right there, I was able to pull off close to 1,000,000 in resources. Dark Elixir 7,000. So even though this is extremely heavy using Dark Elixir, you can wind up pulling in a lot of Dark Elixir. Right there, 7,000. Had over, what, 5,000-6,000 in my live raid that I just did. So it's actually a really good one to use. Like I said, if we can maybe limit the Dark Elixir as far as what you're putting out to do these to do the raids with, maybe it'll be a good one. So we might have something good here, a little bit of a giant bowler combination. We're gonna try it out. All right, we're ready to rock and roll with my giant bowler combination. First time ever done ever in Clash of Clans history. Highly doubt that, but let's go. First time I'm trying it out, so I'm really curious to see if my giants can tank as well as the golems did. So I don't really know the numbers as far as their DPS, what kind of tankage they can put up, what they can withstand, but you think 24 giants should be able to do a good amount of damage, should be able to tank for quite a bit while the bowlers are back there just chucking in, the heroes are doing their thing. So really hoping that this one works out. I'm not sure. What do you think down in the comments? Is this going to be a strong one? Is this going to be just one that goes in the tank and has to go back on the drawing board? But look at this one here. Ooh, let me see. Should I go at it? I want to... let me see. I'm not sure. It's not really to my liking. 456,000. I don't really want to go dive in head first with the giants and put them right into the fire right away. I want to kind of wait. I want an easier base than that. I like easy farming. That's why I know some of you guys are talking about the goblin knife down below, using goblins, using really cheap kind of like easy raids down in like Crystal League, which sounds like fun right about now, but we're going to try out this one. So I'm really curious. I'd like to see maybe change it up, but I also like having the golems in camp because I can also donate them out when guys are looking for golems in the clan. So I like to do my part and give back. You know, it's always good to give back. But let me see what we can find here. Sandy's no match, so we're always looking for something good. Dead base preferably. Ver is not good, so I'm picky. I have high standards. You guys should have high standards when you farm, so that's always a good thing. That's not a bad thing at all. All right, I found one here. It looks like I just dropped a giant by mistake, so that one that was like a lamb to the slaughter there. So we're gonna go right in the queen's face. I'm gonna go ahead and drop a ton of them down, then we're gonna bring a ton of bowlers right behind. Why aren't we clicking on bowlers there? Bowlers, come on, create a nice little spread for me. Then we'll go in. Hopefully that queen will go down quick. Let me see if we can drop the rage spell right there to get inside of that base. I'm going to drop the Skelly spell. Now, I use the Skelly spell to create a distraction, just to maybe just keep those Inferno towers focused for just a minute. Let's see how these bowlers... We got bowlers all over the place. We got to make sure that our heroes don't go down. This was a bad raid. I'm having a struggling night tonight. So down goes the Town Hall. But we still have that Inferno Tower on the right-hand side. That's going to focus in on those giants. So I really want to see how the Inferno Tower ripped right through those giants. So whoa, that was a quick one. So that was really quick. This one, I don't know. I think this might need a little bit more tweaking. So not as fun as I really expected. So right now, let me see what we got here. 49% 1 star. Like I said, I'm not really worried about that. But the loot bonus is so ridiculous when you can come in. But 195. So this was kind of weak. But we really have to see what kind of cost it came at. So right now about 400,000 in elixir, and well, we got 2, 3, 4, almost 500,000 in gold, which is not terrible for even as bad of a raid it was. So let's go ahead and we will check out what we're looking at here. So 3,000 in dark elixir and 121,000 in standard elixir. Let's see, what do we jump up with here? We wound up getting 2,000. It was like a break even on dark, so I think I'm still loving the golem one. What do you guys think? Is this something that maybe you guys would use, or you say, nah, you know what, we're gonna stick to the goblins and the bards down below? But like I said, I'm only going for walls right now, so I don't need the dark elixir. So I'm kind of liking the heavy 4 golem drop in here in Quad Quake though. So make sure you guys are subscribed for future videos. Like I said, you can see how close we're getting to Town Hall 11. So we're going to have some upgrade guides coming in. We're going to be discussing what is going to be happening when you go up to Town Hall 11. What do you need to do first when you upgrade? It'll all be good. We're going to have some fun. We will catch you guys later.